I want to bring something up to council and see what their thoughts are. We've been tracking the COVID-19, and so it appears that things are beginning to flatten out, especially in our area. I don't know how the council feels, but I think we ought to be prepared for starting things up. I don't know how you feel about it. That's why I want to do it right now. My first thought would be maybe to open the parks up, and the weather's going to be starting to get nicer and people need places to. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a great idea. If we never, doesn't mean nobody else is going to get sick, but we're not going to overrun the hospital.
Do what?
I said somebody still might get sick, but we're not going to overrun the hospital.
Right. How about Councilman Clark?
I have really mixed emotions on this because this is such a contagious virus and the incubation period is so long that it can get in front of us very quickly before we realize it. At the same time, everybody's been cooped up in their house. And, my first reaction would be I would not want to do that unless we specifically get guidance from county health authorities, and personally I would wait to do it. That's not what people want to hear. I think we're going to be dealing with this for a long time. So before we would do that, I'd like to see us get some sort of guidance from people in the medical field or the health department, something like that.
I see, but I do see a lot. Okay, I know that Councilman F is in the medical profession. What's your thoughts? Councilman Estes? We can't hear you.
But we've tested 10. We've had 10 positives at the hospital so far. I mean, that's the whole thing. Nothing new for, I believe it's over a week now. I think eventually everybody is going to end up getting exposed to this. Kind of limit it slowly. I agree with Denny with, kind of having some guidance might not be a bad idea. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have no idea. You can open part of it and still not have picnics. You know what I mean? He's right. It's going to be a 2-week delay-ish. We are still so far behind even metropolitan Kansas City that as they start opening things up, it's still going to take a while for us to get there.
Well, I know. I just thought I didn't mean to open it up and let everybody do what they want. I think, like you said, no picnics. I mean, I get that, but everybody has to learn. This is something that everyone is going to have to learn to do, is to be very aware of not introducing something to someone else where our lives are going to change a bit. And, right now, if we require them to wear masks or something like that, I mean, I don't know. I just think we need to learn to adapt to our future because it's going to be different.
I like the thinking, by starting because it's outdoors, it's limited exposure. So I could see that being a benefit to the community because you're going to know when it starts hitting here pretty quick.
Well, does anybody have any objections to getting some guidance from county health and maybe some of the medical professionals, the physicians out at the hospital?
I do believe that from the top of our nation that they say 14 days, so we're already at 7, so we have another 7 days. We can project, we can kind of say 7 to 14 days, and then let that happen. I will know that a lot of parents are extremely careful with their kids, aging parents, and out there, put that out there. I'm sure parents are bringing it to themselves. I agree that this is something I think that we as a system learn to deal with on a regular basis forever in the future. And I think that we're in spring and the kids have been shut up for so long, it's not a bad idea how that goes. And if we have a doubling in one night, then, you know.
And I say this because, you know, my residence is close to the park, and people are still down there. Or we have it in place that it's closed, they're going. And so I think if we put up what we require and open it up, and people need to buy right now, I mean, that's just my thought. We're going to be opening this country back up. It can't stay closed down forever. So I think we need to have plans and action on how we're going to. That's, I just, some plans so that people know what's expected of them.
If I could add one thing there. One of the things is our parks are not closed, so people can still walk in the park. What's closed is the picnic areas and the playground equipment. A suggestion has been, a suggestion has been made that we could open up the, suggestions been made that we could perhaps use the playground equipment if people would sanitize it before they use it, and then sanitize it after they use it. You know, that is a possibility that maybe moves in that direction.
I think there's multiple parents that would be thrilled to have that opportunity to get back on them, and that they would probably, I'm not going to, all will be. But I was at the skate park yesterday and watching the people that were there, and they were very good, far from each other, but they were skating, and I was really, you know, in California they dump 73 tons on their skate parks, but they have a lot more people using them. So sand. So I believe in our people.
What's that?
I said, do you have any thoughts?
No, I was the first one that spoke.
Okay. So we've had a lot of talking.
If I could add one more thing to this, please.
Go ahead.
One thing is we're talking about opening some facilities up, but one of the things that does matter to a lot of people is restaurants and businesses. We haven't talked about that. We still have that prohibition in place, and there's no end to that. What happened is the state of emergency that we declared is open-ended, and it is till it's rescinded. So it will continue on, but you can change that at any time. I've heard us talking about parks and things like that. I haven't heard anything about businesses. Does anyone have any interest in that, or does that all stay in effect as it is?
I think we are
Go ahead.
slow at opening up.
Julie, we're having a hard time hearing you. Julie, we can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
We hear you now.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's why Darby didn't. I think we ought to go slow. I don't think we ought to open up restaurants and that until we see how opening up the parks and that goes. See, you know, if we're getting any more cases. And if we're not, then maybe that's the next step. But I don't think we should open up a whole bunch of things at one time.
I tend to agree with you, Julie. I think that's a good idea.
So Becky had said, why don't we go ahead and, open up the parks or either the playground equipment, or the picnic shelter areas or whatever, and just leave it at that for right now.
Personally, before, I would want to support that. I would want county health and the medical people to sign off on it. But I'm just one vote. But I'm also very cautious. I think this is a very difficult virus to work with, from what I understand about it.
Right.
I don't think there's any denial that it's not that it's different. I'm just saying, I think we need to have a plan for these people so that they know what to expect when things start businesses, restaurants, things like that. I mean, we just can't say, go back to your same way. That's going to be their choice. They're going to have to make a decision too on how to open their business up and
Right. The challenge is that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is that?
Julie, are you?
No, go ahead, Jenny. I'll talk after you.
Oh,
What?
okay. The challenge with this particular virus.
I guess my question is,
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Julie, I'm sorry.
okay, are we just having a discussion on this tonight, or is this something we can decide tonight? Our next council meeting is what, May the 3rd?
Patrick, what is your response to that?
The ordinance that was passed by the city council granted you, Darlene Breckenridge, as the mayor, and Steve, as the city manager, significant authority to issue orders regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and health and safety precautions. So there could be some sort of discussion tonight, but a decision would have to be written and final by you or Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denny, if we visited with some health officials, and I just think we need to visit with some people and see what their thoughts are.
Yeah, and I would be saying people that are informed about this particular virus. The thing about this is it affects not just the people that catch it, but because it's so contagious, if this gets into the prison system, into the nursing homes, we'll know where that's headed.
Denny, anybody in the nursing homes, they're going to keep that time.
Well, but the problem is the staff comes and goes.
And I get that. I
So,
understand.
I'm just saying, with this kind of thing, I'm erring on the side of caution, and we are doing that personally, both at our house and at our business. We shut the door because we're that serious about it. So that's my take.
Okay. Anyone else have anything before we go on to our individual comment? Okay, Councilman Clark.
I want to say thank you to Dr. Sloan for his service, and I want to welcome Mr. Estes to the council. We look forward in working with you. And also, I was not aware of Mr. Roach's passing, so would want to extend our sympathy to him also. He was just a great guy to work with. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Councilman Curtis.
Yes, I'm going to thank the food pantry. They have been sewing their little hearts out, and they came into my office this week and gave all my clerks facial masks so that we can stay safe, so we can continue to serve Northwest Missouri. Forward to serving with you. And Mr. Roach, I saw that he had passed. He put his heart and soul in our community. I don't know how many people know that he did, but he really did. And he passed us to our community, and I just want to say.
Okay. Councilman Estes.
I just want to thank everybody for welcoming me on here, and the community for the outshowing of support to the clinics, the hospitals. We've had food brought. We've had, people making masks and bringing them. There's just been a lot of community and area support for the healthcare workers. And I look forward to working with everybody.
Thank you. Councilman Osmus.
Said, I would like to say that I am proud of the residents of Cameron. So I think they've done a very good job of following our suggestions and doing what they need to do to keep this virus from spreading. I talked to my brother who lives in Lee Summit the other day, and he can't believe that we just haven't had hardly anything at all. So I just want to say I'm proud of everybody because I think that everyone worked together to make sure that people are safe. That's all I have.
Well, all the council members have said exactly the same thing I would say. Roy, I want to welcome you as a new council member to City of Cameron's council. And we look forward to working with you. We look forward to your expertise and knowledge. I also would love to thank the healthcare workers for our community, what they're doing for this nation. I do think that we really have a plan in place. Things start opening up, and I think it needs to be a gradual plan, not one where you just open the doors and say, here you go. We need to have direction. So as the council, I think that's part of our job, is to help the community do that without telling them you have to do this, or they're going to have to use some responsibility also. I think they know that, and they've shown that by, using the masks, social distancing. They've done a great job. I'm going to thank the staff for everything that they've done. It's been hard working on a split shift. I know it has, because I've done that in my own workplace. And your work has tripled. So I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. We just need to keep it up and know that our life, once new, it probably isn't going to be the same. So we've all got to put our heads together and try to figure out what the greatest plan is for this community. So right now, I will entertain a motion to exit this as attorney-client by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Dolly?
Becky Curtis.
Yes.
Julie Osmond.
Yes.
Roy Estes.
Yes.
Darlene Breckenridge.
Yes. We are now,
Yes.
sorry. We are now out of regular session and into executive session. Thank everybody.